So I guess one of the things leading on from that is like the change in demand and the type of thing those buyers are looking for. One thing I'm certainly seeing from my clients is that whereas they may have been spending 500, 600, 700,000 on an apartment on the Costa del Sol, quite often it was like a 4th, 5th, 6th floor property, maybe with a sea view. Whereas when they move over here and see what they can get, on the Costa Tropical, you can get a nice villa for that on the coast with a sea view. And as you come a bit more inland to the Alpahara or to Lecrin Valley, for example, you're suddenly finding you can get a 4 or 5 bedroom villa with a pool and plenty of land, still stunning views. How are you finding the kind of the style or choice of what people are looking for in Lecrin at the moment?
So I think in the Lecrin Valley at the moment, the people that we've got from other countries now, these are from America and Northern Europe. They do look for that northern style. They look for the open planness of a house, so that kind of integrated, you've got the kitchen space, the living room, the dining area, with the views, of course. These are the people that, as you've said, they've been looking at apartments down on the coast. They might have been down in the Costa del Sol area. They're not wanting places where they want to share that space with someone else. So great, you've got level 5. You have to go down and lift. There's other people around you. They're wanting peace and quiet. Yeah,
it's a particular style of living, that, isn't it? I think a lot of people think they want it until they spend a bit of time there. And that kind of that Scandi style, as it's known, it's quite difficult to find. Certainly in the Alpahara and south of Granada, there's quite a bit more down on the Costa Tropical.
Yes, there is.
But it's definitely the way the demand's gone, hasn't it? From those lots of small Spanish-style rooms into more open plan, more light, I think.
And I've definitely seen that in the larger houses that we have for sale now, where it is open plan. Maybe not that kind of really light Scandinavian style, but the beautiful wooden beams, the attention to detail, the terracotta floors, where might have got some antique elements in there, but also the energy efficiency of the house. So these people are coming from Northern Europe, they're used to that kind of thing. So has it got double glazed windows? Is there an aerothermia system? Like, where do I get the heating from? Because when they live here full time, they want to ensure that they've got all those creature comforts that some other properties don't have. So that's really what they're looking for.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, one of the things that is often quite difficult to explain to people is that houses here were originally built to be cool in the summer because the winters aren't actually that cold.
Not all.
People who've lived here a while often say it's cold, and whenever I'm dealing with clients on the coast, they say, "Oh, it must be cold up in the mountains," and it's like, for me, no, because I come from the UK where it's cold in the winter. It's certainly a lot more cold compared to here, and I think often for Northern European clients, because they're coming from countries where it's often like grey and cloudy and damp all winter, it feels cold, doesn't it? Whereas here, we might have a day or two of rain, and then we're back to 3 weeks of sunshine.
And even when we do have some cold weather here, you still get that blue sky. So, I mean, I'm from Northern England. It's very cold there, and it rains a lot. So when I have clients ask me, well, what's the weather? Well, in comparison to where you come from, it is much better here. You get the seasons, which is great. I love the fact that we do get seasons here, and a lot of the buyers want that. They want the seasonality. But if we get a little scattering of snow, you never get it in the villages. But it's beautiful. See, if you've got this nice 5-bedroom house and you've got the vistas of the mountain with the snow on top, what a thing to wake up to in the morning.
It's really interesting that as well. I think the traditional Spanish builds, especially the cortijos and things like that, were kind of small rooms because they had small windows and a fireplace to keep warm in the winter and small windows to keep them cool in the summer. Whereas with thermal efficiency, with glazing and things like that now, you can have a big window with beautiful vistas, and you've got thermal reflective layers for the heat in the summer, keep the heat in the winter. It's really changed the style that people are looking for.
It has, and I think the people that have bought here in the past, let's say 20, 25 years ago, and done those renovations and modifications, they've done that style. They've done the fact that you've got windows at the front with that beautiful beautiful panoramic view, whereas as you've said before, cortijos in the past were made to keep the sun out in summer, so it was the smaller windows, and the heating in winter. Beautiful views, but you'd speak to the people that own it, well, I see the view every time I'm outside, so why do I want to look at it?
Yeah, I guess, traditionally the lifestyle is outside here. You do spend more time outside, definitely much more than Northern Europe. But
Definitely.
Certainly from the buyers' perspectives, they don't always know that when they're looking to come and buy. So they're still kind of in a slightly different mindset of their home country where they won't spend all their time outside.
Yeah.
But they still love a pool.
They still love a pool, yeah. I think that's the kind of the thing on the buyers. It's the wish list for everybody. I need a pool. I need a pool. I need a pool. Yeah, I mean, I think it is. We get hot weather in summer here, and it's nice to be able to dip in the pool. However, if you consider it's a 30-minute drive to the beach from here. Yeah. We've got a lake as well that you can do the water sports on and kayaking.
Yeah. There's some great municipal pools around.
Brilliant,
here as well. Although, I understand why a lot of people would rather have a slightly private dip in their own pool than have to be putting up with all the kids dive bombing into the pool.
Yeah, and then nothing beats like you finish work, you get home, you open a bottle of beer or a nice drink of wine, and you sat.
You were going to say a bottle of wine then.
I was going to say a bottle of wine, not to myself, but nothing beats it. When when I had a pool, you can just sit there and relax and dip your feet in there. It's a really nice experience, so you can see why people want that.